My name is Ursula Harris and I have a salon here in Nelson. It's called Ursula Harris Hair. I've currently 5 apprentices. We love training. We've got a really amazing supportive team. We spend a lot of time planning and working on what we're going to do with the training for the girls or for the team. It's mainly made up of 3 different parts, and one of them is that we keep them on track for their polytech and make sure that they're doing their assessments on time. There's also a part of them that needs to be trained for the salon so that they know how to blow wave and they know how to do the foils and everything that we need for the salon. The other part is like the competition work, so when it comes to time for competitions they know exactly what they're doing and they're well trained for every part of the year.
Being a first year apprentice consists of lots of different jobs, things like sweeping up the floor, shampooing clients, getting them ready for their seniors.
To doing your blow waves, your colours, looking after the clients, doing washing, doing salon jobs, popping out to get some blue tack for the poster that's fallen down.
And just gradually kind of getting your steps up and up and just doing everything like that and just gradually growing as you get higher and higher and more into it.
Once you've done their hair, you get to see the happiness on their face. I think it's more of a hands-on job. Nothing's the same, everything's different every day. You've got different people coming in asking for different things.
We do a couple of hours every week. On a Tuesday night we'll have a specific training set up. We might have ball season coming up, so we might have to get a little bit sharper on their hair up. Especially with like the younger girls, you notice they come so far just every week, every training, they just learn so much.
I really do love it. I love it up here. I haven't even started polytech yet and I've been colouring and learning so much, so definitely been a good opportunity. Awesome.
At the Polytech it's lots of theory and working within a kind of unrealistic environment, whereas here, to be honest, I find that you're chucked in the deep end, which is really fun because you're forced to learn.
We have the trainers here to help us when we need them. Like, you feel comfortable having to go up to them and say, oh, I'm not too sure what to do here, can you come help me? Whereas in the Polytech you kind of don't really have all that support around you and all your trainers that you know you can go to ask for help.
Training here in the salon is every day. Every minute you're getting trained, every minute you're getting showed a different technique, showed real life training as well. In Polytech it was more practical and theory, but it's like role playing. So here you're actually doing it.
It's really hard to teach someone that doesn't want to be taught. And if someone wants to be taught and they have a really good attitude towards training, I can teach them almost anything, because they're open to it and they enjoy it and we make it a lot of fun. And every single person before they come in to do an apprenticeship, they know that that is our boundary. You have to want it, you have to want to learn, you have to want to get better. There's always movement and growth. And so that's been our culture, and that we all want to make each other better. So I want to make like my first year better and she wants to help make the second year better, and we can all kind of mix in together and all grow and learn at the same time.
Training needs to be taking place in the salon to give confidence and to let them know what they're doing and let them know how to go about doing a haircut or a hair colour, giving them boundaries as well of how far to go and how far not to go with a client.
Training in the salon is really important because you work with the actual clients that you will work with eventually. In another situation where it's just made up, it doesn't seem very real, and the girls and guys don't seem to learn as much as they would with a real client. They have real needs and real wants for what they want to do with their hair.
I think it's always important for hairdressers to be learning to actually take themselves out of their comfort zone, and it's a fashion industry. It changes like every 4 months. It's important to be able to grow your work and learn different new techniques and bring them back to the salon. And for me, I need to go away and out of the country and to different seminars and bring them back to the shop to inspire the rest of the team as well. The training happens, constantly, because it's a day-by-day training basis as well. We've got a mentor system that we have, like a one-on-one system. It's just like comes out our ears. It's every direction that we can possibly get training in.
Usually a training session is a Tuesday afternoon. We all sit down, the apprentices get their models. We usually have a couple doing a haircut, we have some doing hair colour.
With training, like with our Tuesdays, we make it a lot of fun. Like we send them a text the night before and say, hey, you guys, make sure you got your models organised. It's just reiterate it, they have, we type out our training schedule quite early on in the year, so we're probably 3 months in advance, so they know what models to bring at what time, what the training session is going to be about, how long it is, who's going to be training it.
They just have a couple of hours, we go through what's tailor-made to fit them, what suits their, what level they're at.
One-on-one training, they'll move around the room and make sure that everyone's comfortable, and just in salon training, turn all the phones off so it's completely focused, and yeah, it's great.
So there's absolutely, we do everything that we possibly can as trainers to support the fact that they're going to be there on Tuesday at 3:30 with a model at the right time.
I love training, I love learning everything new.
All practice and it's all training. My first competition, I had a model called Pearl and we stayed here until 2 in the morning, practicing training, going over and over and over this techniques and stuff.
There's so much to learn. Blow drying, that's something that I've definitely been conquering lately, about where I hold the hairdryer, how I hold it, and but it's real cool because they teach me so many different ways that I just find the best way that works for me.
I have a lot of resources where we use flip charts and just find their different ways of learning, and we use visuals and we watch videos, and we're quite innovative, we try to do a lot of different things. We constantly trying new things all the time and being really consistent with the training that we already have as our foundation.
Yeah, I picked up New Zealand's Top Styling Apprentice, which is cool, and I think that got me addicted.
Before competitions, we change our training schedule to focusing on competitions. We pick our models to suit the hairstyle we're going to do, whether it be hair up or a haircut. And then on the day, it's just lots of fun. We go in and we go really strong and positive, and usually come out with lots of awards. So hopefully that carries on. Yeah.
That is the biggest thing I've ever accomplished in my life. And for that, because I was so nervous, I was just about sick. And when we got there, and my whole team, the whole salon went up and was supporting us. There was 4 other girls on the floor, and to actually be able to go up there and get that New Zealand trophy, it just gives you goosebumps, and I don't know, it's an overpowering feeling. It's amazing.
I really enjoyed it all, just the people, all the clients, getting to know all your clientele and becoming friendly with everyone that works here. Everyone's amazing, and just learning so many new things is really great.
Training is so beneficial for our clients because they get best quality service and they get their hair done beautifully. All the team knows exactly what they're doing, they've got that training foundation underneath them, so the work's good.
You need to do a little bit of research, you need to know what level your students are at, provide them a safe environment to learn in, somewhere where they're really comfortable so that they're not sort of a little bit scared or anything like that.
We're really into it with them, it's a lot of fun. It's not make sure you've done this and that, it's how did that go, how did it work for you, and wow, can you see the results? Look at your blow wave and it's awesome. So I guess it's a good pat on the back, it's a well done, it's a lot of encouragement.
Good equipment, the right tools, and then knowing where they're at and what to teach them in an easy way for them to understand so they can get something out of it and benefit from it.
I just can't even imagine what kind of work would walk out the door if I didn't have my own training as set up as it is. Aotearoa's been awesome because they're so supportive. They give us that sturdy benchmark, they'll give us the books, and we can follow the assessment guide. They even come in every 6 weeks one-on-one individually and sit down and talk with our staff, so they've been huge support.
Challenges with the training is really to just keep your trainees motivated, to kind of constantly push them and move them on, and motivate them constantly, giving them new tasks to do and things, because they quite often will feel bored or stuck in a certain situation. So quite often, if they're having trouble with something, is to move them on to something else for a little bit and then come back to whatever they were having difficulty with.
The biggest challenge will probably be just to keep them motivated. It's so easy, it's winter time and you're ready to go home, and it's just I haven't got a model, and those probably little challenges. We're pretty good in the team, but if there was to be a major challenge, that would probably be it, keeping them really motivated and into it.
I think what it takes to be a good hairdresser is lots and lots of motivation, lots of patience, the willingness to learn and pick up new things, because there is hundreds of new things to learn while you're here. Good people skills, wanting to be around heaps of people all the time, wanting to get to meet new people.
You have to be really good at listening, because you have to, get on the same wavelength as the client and both work out exactly what you're wanting. You have to realise that you never ever finish learning, you're always learning.
You've got to be prepared, definitely prepared. Be lots of motivation and creative, I reckon, a lot of creativity, because and working with the client, because if you're not giving at the end of the day what they want, it's not right.
If they were humming and hurrying whether to do an apprenticeship or if they wanted to do a course, I would definitely recommend this, because you get the more experience, you have all the people around you to support you, and you don't have to pay the thousands of dollar bills that you do at the Polytech, and I think it's just as beneficial, if not even more.
Getting paid and everything while you're learning. So good, yeah.
Actually, it's a lot more than that, because it's real fun. Like, we really enjoy our clients, and we hope they really enjoy us too. And it's kind of like a little bit of a culture where they walk up the stairs and we're like, "Hey Ruth," like we want them to come up, and we always know their name, like we're their friends, it's a cool place like that.